Onward, I say. It's been quite a chapter in Portland, Oregon, but it was time to return to the homeland. I drove from Portland through the mountains and the desert, across Texas, with a stop in New Orleans, of course, all through a raging election and pandemic. I won't even guess how many hours I spent behind the wheel, but I made this video to share the highlights, to share the adventure. The trip from Portland to Southern Oregon was about 4.5 hours. It was a good warm-up for the journey ahead. The HiFi from Portland to Grants Pass was boring interstate driving. I knew I had a lot of road to travel to arrive in Memphis for Thanksgiving, but still wanted to take the opportunity to see America. I've always known that I didn't want to root in Portland, so during the depths of the lockdown, I made the decision to move. In times of chaos and destruction, you can solidify what you have, or look forward and create something new. So onward to East Tennessee, to see how a new community and landscape will shape Village Portland, our media organization, and the next step, Village Chattanooga. We focus on neighborhood and civic engagement, empowering our supporters to get involved in the local level where they have the most influence. Once I got off I-5, the drive got really pretty. I got there on Halloween and hung out downtown while some civic-minded folks gave trick-or-treaters candy. It was outside, so not hard to social distance. Small towns are great, and Cave Junction is an amazing community. If you want a killer breakfast sandwich, visit Dig and Livin'. They're beekeepers apparently, but have grown to open other businesses, including the grocery store. It had been better if I'd recorded all this, but I really need a cameraman along with me. It changed the experience, but a different kind of magic happens then too. Ask any fan of Anthony Bourdain. Soon after I arrived, we crewed up and headed to an amazing outdoor Halloween party with 2 bands and a bonfire. I didn't prep well for Halloween, but my wizard hat definitely made an appearance. The community, the people, the restaurants, the landscape. Cave Junction is definitely a cool place to visit. My next stop was Ashland, Oregon, about an hour-and-a-half drive away. Ashland is a quaint little college town, and in non-pandemic times is known for its performances of Shakespeare. It was nice to get a room, a shower, and cruise through town for a good meal. Oberyn's used to require their servers to wear Elizabethan-era outfits. Now it's only suggested. One dressed up, one didn't. I had planned to spend 2 nights there, but being in a city in a pandemic seemed like a bad idea. So off to Onward Hot Springs. Between Halloween and this part of the trip, the big election happened. It's amazing how easy it is to be distanced from it if you really want to be. I give more personal insight as I go, because it does seem shenanigans were afoot this election. This was the most difficult leg of the journey because it was over the most remote territory and across several icy mountain roads. It was supposed to be a 6-hour drive, but the gravel road at the end took me another half hour, which was annoying. I was hoping for a sunset soak, but the experience was still amazing even at night, with whipping winds and snow flurries. Freaking A. There's nothing out here. So cool. Located in the remote southeast corner of Oregon, Onward Hot Springs is an amazing place I've always wanted to visit. I found that natural hot springs are always in beautiful places, and there's something wonderful about having something so good and relaxing for your body come naturally out of the earth. Oregon has many natural hot springs, though many are being spoiled by careless humans. These natural gems don't work well with too many people, and some are at capacity with just a handful of bathers. This hot spring is located on a ranch, and is nothing more than a tin shed, basic plumbing, and a rare and wonderful natural resource. $40 a night for camping is a bit steep, but the water was well worth it. I only spent one night there. The vast country and a promise to make it to Memphis by Thanksgiving spurred me onward. On the way out, I saw this adorable small schoolhouse that shared my name. I had to stop. When I turned around, I saw this rainbow. It was a good sign, seeing teaching as the next job I'm planning to do. On the way in, I saw a bar I knew I had to visit. I stayed for lunch and went on my merry way afterwards. The bartender said that when prostitution was made illegal in Oregon, the residents of the town picked up all the buildings and moved them a mile across the border to Nevada. I also heard a lot of cool hunting stories, as well as the tragic death of Jesse Combs, who perished in a fiery crash trying to break the women's land speed record in front of the entire town of Denio. Nevada is huge and beautiful. When dusk fell, I just found a gas station and went to sleep. I knew I didn't get very far and realized I had to make up a lot of ground before Memphis.
Alright, what day is today? I don't even know. Spent the evening at a dinosaur-themed gas station. Very nice people. Seem to be of Indian descent. Yeah. Nice food. Now it's up to Vegas.
I overnighted in Winnemucca, a really great little Nevada town. I had to get new tires and an oil change. A friend had problems with the police there. Their all-black cruisers did look menacing. In this town, I had the great idea to add commentary as I went, rather than do voiceovers like this. I love travel videos, but they do take a lot of time to put together. Again, I probably should get someone to help on these projects from now on. What a beautiful spot. Water Canyon. What a beautiful town, Winnemucca. You can go all the way up this canyon. There's little creeks here, and there's disc golf. And there's clean vault toilets, which is something I don't think I've ever seen in my life. Not pleasant, of course, but clean. Yup, just over them hills. That's where they do the Burning Man thing. But yeah, this is a beautiful place. Cool little town. And they don't have a native reservation. They have a native colony, which is just different languaging, and I kind of like it. Yeah, and they also run the only dispensary in town, so that'll be cool to see. And I saw something on their website, on the tribe's website, about 2011, trying to get it together. So I don't know how long it's been going, but yeah, we'll find out. And yeah, cheers. Water Canyon Dispensary seemed like a tight ship, and it was good to know they grew their own cannabis. Yeah, Winnemucca, Nevada, that's badass. Bartender at this last casino I went to said that they're about to put a mine in. I'm not sure what the metal is, but something for batteries, something for electric batteries for Tesla. That's going in down the road, and mining is killing it. Gold mining, which is that a thing? I guess it's still a thing. Some miner walked in and had muddy boots and ruined the whole damn place. Gosh darn it. Then there are these two brothers fighting about money, but they ended up being cool. They were like older fellas. It was good stuff. It was good stuff. Yeah, Winnemucca, town of 8,500, 8,300. No newspaper. The newspaper, Humboldt County Times, whatever, covers 3 counties, which is quite a bit of land. So that's an opportunity. And no brew pub. So that's also kind of a cool thing that the town could need. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time. Now we're on to Vegas. I'm gonna kind of do these little updates, maybe stitch them together at the end. It's a little bit easier than doing overdubs, and yeah, it'd be fun to kind of see what I'm thinking in the moment. So yeah, onward, onward, onward.
you go, just pass through Nevada. Nevada is a very large state. Apparently, I didn't take the best route, and I'm about like 45 minutes extra on my route. About 4 hours out of Las Vegas. Yeah, not a lot to say. I think it's almost a crime to drive across this great nation at night. I've only been this way once, and I really should be seeing. And so a whole lot of nothing. Last night, Onward had this little glitch, another little glitch, where I went to stop and take a leak, and then it just wouldn't crank. She just wouldn't crank. So sat there for about half an hour watching the sunset, listening to the cows move, and yeah, a beautiful little crescent moon in the sky. Yeah, but it was just kind of cool to connect with the land and listen to the cows. Very close time to what prayer time would be, which is also kind of interesting. So maybe a little bit in that direction, which is also nice. But yeah, Onward.
Here we are, yeah. 70-something degrees, 11 o'clock. Hope I have a bathtub. I gotta piss in the closet. What the fuck? Nah, no bathtub, fuck, oh well. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, that was a little scary, I gotta say. First pool was closed. Oh, see our other two pools. Second pool was empty. Third pool, door locked, lots of signs, social distancing, all that good stuff. But yeah, here I am. Sunny day, about 70 degrees here in Las Vegas, which is rare. The gal behind the dust set, usually in like the 50s. So yeah, I feel blessed to be here. It's like 80 something where Michael lives in Quartzsite, so that should be interesting. Starting to realize I have a lot of ground to cover, and yeah, sort of wondering my best route, but I'm enjoying dipping around the West. I want to have some time in New Mexico, I want to have some time in New Orleans, and I want to be back in time to kick it for Thanksgiving, so yeah. Casino kind of person, but you know, when in Rome. But yeah, I'm kind of dead, I gotta say. Something broke. Something broke. It was about 3.5 hours to Quartzsite, and the best part was the warm weather. For the greatest sandwich in America. This is truly worth travel. How you doing?
Yeah, it looks like we're coming on a pretty nice sunset here in Quartzsite. About 5 minutes out. Looks like this is flooded a lot of times. It says, "Don't drown, turn around" on those big yellow signs.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Quail Trail Street.
So, yeah, kind of cool. Happy to be here. See some familiar faces. One at least. See a familiar van. That's also nice. A van play date.
The VFW looked like a good time, but apparently you have to be a member to enter. We did find a chill outdoor bar with live music. These desert dropouts have a lot in common with the Caribbean castaways.
Wasting away again in margarita took the 4 mile lost acres off.
So, just following Michael through this fucking desert in the dark. I guess he knows what he's doing. Yeah, it's been like definitely over 5 minutes. We're just like on this weird fucking back roads, and I think he knows where he's going through all this, but I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, there's like one thing, we're at this fucking gas station getting Indian food, and next thing you know, we're like literally like pull out, and 30 seconds later we pull up on this dirt road, and I'm like following bro through all these like back roads. Yeah. Weird. But like I told the gal in the register, he's got good instincts. And yeah. Fuck. Okay. Meep meep. I don't think those are roadrunners, but those are birds that might run on the road. Oh, those look like they could be. Meep meep. There's a whole flock of them. Their call and plumage are gorgeous. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. Going to drop you safe on you. Beep beep. Yep, here we go. Beautiful landscape. What else is happening? Yeah, just trying to sort out the election. If this turns out, if what is being alleged is true, this would be the biggest scandal in American history. There's no doubt about it. But how many people have signed affidavits saying that something really awful and illegal happened? Many. It's definitely worth a look. Who is Dominion? Who is Dominion? Apparently, Amy Klobuchar and Elizabeth Warren were concerned about fraud just about a year ago, but now that it's favors their side, it seems to be less of a concern. So yeah, hope to see this all wash out, and every legal vote count, every not legal vote not count, if that makes sense. And yeah, make sure people have confidence in their elections. If nothing else, y'all, just so you don't have to hear the Trump supporters whinge for 4 years, it wouldn't be pretty. And yeah, we all want to know that yeah, the will of the voters prevailed. Yeah, for sure. Okay, peace, onward.
I saw Albie filled out 10 minutes.
Really?
Albie like shopping. I love it. I was like, I totally read it the other way when I saw it.
Yeah, there's definitely a sort of boomer, like, you know, don't tread on me vibe out here.
Definitely. This is very cold water state.
But also dashikis and ponchos and, yeah, Grateful Dead.
There it is.
Place for loud music right there.
I like this hat.
Yeah.
Really comfy. Only like $200, huh? Oh, only $55.
That's not bad.
Broadcast TV, which could really upset a lot of people. Even kind of bugged me, although I understood that Apple TV paid a fortune for the rights. for the whole Peanuts franchise. Subscribers to Apple TV Plus can still watch the programs for free.
Huh. Oh, no flip flops.
Nope.
Look at
Michael
my finger.
Waterman reporting for whatever we're doing. Look at the way.
ATV standing by.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. Yeah, it's all the light on the mountains. Like, this is such a beautiful country.
Oh, you want to go forward?
Oh, really? Okay.
Where are you trying to go?
Well, Phoenix, man. No, that'd be Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to LA. I got a friend in LA.
I mean, you could. There's one more stopping Forsyth, but it's equidistant.
Straight on to glory.
Where are we going?
Look at all those RVs. This place just like goes
You're
nuts
so
with
funny.
RVs.
There's like 10 RVs
Well, there'll
when
be-
there's about to be thousands.
Yeah, there's about to be thousands. That is the point. This one's cool with all the palm trees.
The 88 shades.
88
I think they have
shades.
88 palm trees in there or something.
Isn't that a Robert Plant song?
Probably.
No, 99 Palms.
There's several towns. There's Thousand Palms, California, and there's even a town I was in called 29 Palms.
29 Palms. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop by
Those
there.
are prickly pear cactus right there.
Prickliest. So, we've been wandering around the desert for a little bit. And now I think he's building a guidepost? I don't know. Is that a dress you're wearing, Michael?
Infinity. I really like that.
Yeah.
But I want it to. I need to see that scene. Oh, shoot. I fucked up.
That's fine.
What's the next one? Maybe they put it in both movies.
The winters in Quartzsite are warm and gorgeous, and apparently you can camp in the desert without cost for many months. Michael has had problems with desert critters chewing holes in his van's fluid lines, a problem that his beautiful rig may not bounce back from.
Like, I don't get permission for things like that. That's what we had American Revolution for.
Eat birds that walk by your campsite?
Yeah. I mean, it's way better than fucking raising them inhumanely in some containment vessel that is illegal to even be photographed.
I mean, as long as they're not endangered, like...
Quail are not endangered.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
they
not
are.
gonna go out and eat an eagle. You know? I don't think that's, I
Okay.
don't think quails are even kosher. I see them eating bugs. I'm like, no, I'm not eating that. I don't eat no bug.
What about pigeons? Would you eat pigeons?
Hell no. No way. 'Cause I know they're full of parasites.
Yeah, a lot of gross city stuff.
Yeah, that's gross. These are kind of like the desert pigeons in a way.
Yeah, they're little svelter. They don't need nobody's help.
They stop running every time I want to look at their cute faces.
Yeah, I know. They're like,
They
it's hard
know
to
how
see.
delicious they are. Well, I'll jump in the van and go with you to Tennessee.
We'd have so many great adventures.
Have bird. You got a lot of bird shit in your car.
Yeah.
I do.
Marble.
I move with the daylight.
Yep. Marble fire ring. Living big. Onward east.
In half a mile, merge onto I-10 East.
really good to see Michael and check out Quartzsite. This looks like a snowbird city, which is kind of a neat thing. Yeah, kind of get settled in the desert. The weather was gorgeous, like almost up into the 80s during the day, but it wasn't ever too hot. Yeah, super nice. Enjoyed the sunshine. Nights weren't too cold. Yeah, we got to have a fire last night. That was fun.
Alamogordo, Truth or Consequences. A lot of really cool hot springs. Looks like beautiful land. White sands, national monument. The land that spawned Tyra. I would love to go through, but I think I'm gonna head on, hit up this hot springs in Big Bend National Park. It's a little bit more accessible. It only puts like another hour on my trip, as opposed to like 3 for that. And also I've kind of like stopped a little early last night, so yeah, it makes sense. It's like beautiful mountains. I would love to see the trinite Joey was telling me about. It's like a mineral that was formed when the first bomb blew, the first nuclear bomb blew. The intense heat like changed the structure of the sand, and all the minerals made this unique rock called trinite. So it'd be cool to get a piece of that or learn more about that. But you can't do it all. You can't do it all. The mountains are amazing though. What else? Yeah, just trying to keep up with the election stuff. Yeah, looks like some irregularities with the Dominion. Yeah, Ron Wyden had a problem with it. Amy Klobuchar was born. And now they've all gone silent. So I don't know why law enforcement isn't involved in this. That's really weird. It should be, yeah, it shouldn't be a court case. It should be Rudy Giuliani tracking this stuff down, or what's her face, but it should be real investigators, like trying to see if this is real or not. I mean, true or false, I want to see everybody have confidence in the election when it's all over. And I don't want to see Trump supporters whinging for another 4 years like the Clintonites did. So, yeah, there's a couple reasons there. But, yeah, we're hoping for the best, and, yeah, onward.
Dude with Biden was asked about Trump.
Well, wait, here's the best part. They're being nice to Biden
West
now
Texas.
because they're assuming
A lot of
once he
land,
gets in,
yeah.
that he's going to do what the
I'm not
president
sure what's
wants
next.
to. And then they're going to realize that, wait a minute, this is another old white guy, not just, he's an even older white guy. So then they're going to turn on Biden.
So half an hour out of Marfa, incredibly flat.
Pages for Mars. Looks cool, but also a little bit kind of overdone. Like boutiquists have taken over. Which, you know, whatever, slipper. But yeah.
So I'm heading on. Gonna go till I feel like stopping, make some food on the side of the road. Get to Hot Springs tomorrow, and then on Preston. Yeah, the more for lights are like studied by scientists and a bunch of lights and everybody's playing. More for lights to stay at, but that kind of thing. So when I post up, keep my eyes on the sky.
Yeah, I drove past the place where the lights were, and that could have been cool. Apparently they're incredibly bright, like blinding bright. Sometimes it's just like a shadow on the horizon, but sometimes it gets super bright. Saw a bunch of people, probably like, I don't know, even like a dozen vehicles all pulled over, but it was like super, like bumper to bumper over there. But yeah, could have been cool. But I kind of wanted to get down the road. I made another like hour or so. And yeah, I just kind of found a live place, picnic area, and made a little bit of food, posted up. Yeah, I could still get the MARTA public radio station, so I'm gonna jam with them. And yeah, and then take 2 hours to get to Hot Springs, and then spend like an hour there, and then jam onto Rusty's and try to get there by before sunset. I think that could work. Because I just don't like driving at night. It just doesn't do right by the land. I want to see it. Yeah, good times. So yeah, definitely getting to the end. I mean, a couple pretty long shots. 8 hours, 7, 8, 6, I think it is. But yeah, getting to the end, it's been lovely. And at this point in the trip, there's no worries about reception. I can get phone. Well, actually now I don't. But post the Hot Springs, I'll be on the interstate again and be able to get good reception and bathrooms and gas and food and all that good stuff. Because a couple times there up in Nevada and especially up in Oregon, I was double thinking if I was, gonna make it through. Because yeah, it's pretty remote out there, but it's awesome to be in that part of the world. And this is cool too. I like gas stations. I like people in gas stations. I like bric-a-brac and knick-knacks from different places. But yeah, onward. All right, here we go. West Texas.
Here in Martha, 50 degrees in Alpine, 55, and mostly cloudy in Marathon, 55, mostly cloudy. Davis, 40.
All right, 2 hours to the Hot Springs, and off to Austin.
In Presidio, 59
A
degrees.
little bit late starting at some order.
In
Route 8.
49.
Was hoping to get going at 7, maybe even earlier. But, yeah, I don't know. The road's kind of getting me tired. Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay,
Big Bend
take care.
National Park at Panther Junction. 7 degrees, mostly sunny. In Big Bend National Park at Panther Junction, 56 degrees and mostly sunny.
Down in New Orleans, all the cats wanna dance with sweet little 16.
Big old park. They're at the furthermost part of the United States, where Texas goes south. I think that's right. Yeah, it's where Texas goes south. This is where Big Bend National Park is. Look, historical signage. My first clue is that big palm there.
sir. Howdy! I thought it'd be funny to pretend I'm with Border Patrol and ask him to pull over, but that'd be mean. And he was nice. Rio Grande Village. View of the tower. That's the Rio Grande right there. Did we?
Yeah, I don't know if Trump's got a path to victory anymore. I mean, I don't want to see anything that can't be proven be a motivation for some sort of backdoor victory. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the victory electors funkily. You can prove fraud. You can prove votes being flipped on a wide scale basis. You can track down stamp out all those alleged dead people voting and double ballots and stuff. By all means do it, but you can't just turn a bunch of speculation and pretend possibilities. Even if there's the possibility of vote flipping that isn't been proven, it's not enough. You should have done this before, bro. You are the president. If you wanted to get this done, you should have gotten it done. Not as a Trump voter or necessarily a Trump fan, but I want to see the election conducted well. And I want everybody to move on with their lives, move on with their administrations with that confidence. And if he just gave up right now, I wouldn't feel okay with that. Well, man, played this well, I suppose. This is nuts. Wow. That would have changed my day. That would have changed my friggin'. I'd have probably turned around. But I made it. Made it early. Smart.
Thanks, federal government. Somebody can sit in a little box with a fucking badge and make you pay money to go look at rocks. Sorry, folks, camping's full. Yeah, there's hundreds of miles of freaking backcountry people can go chill in. Sorry, folks. The bear out front should have told you. Alpine's a cool town. I'd go back to Alpine. So sure about Marshall. that's cool, man. You've been practicing that shit. That's good.
Oh, I totally fucked that up. All of it. Oh! Y'all play it. Let me get you
Yeah, that'd be fine. That could work.
Well, it's not quite as epic or interesting as the Great Southwest. No buttes, no magnificent sunsets. But yeah, I'm starting to feel the humidity again. Yeah, even in Austin, you can tell that you're pretty close to the ocean. And it's nice, that salt air, that humidity. Yeah. Texas ain't always great to look at. Like Dusty was saying, it's just like, wasn't really built strategically, just kind of like all grew up wildly. So you get a lot of weird architecture, not great architecture. And I thought Sprawl was a good definition. He didn't really agree with that. But yeah, he just says it's kind of a strangely put together place, and definitely driver centric. I guess downtown might be a little different, but there's a lot of just long blocks and just, you know, the burbs after burbs after burbs. I mean, this is all like low rise farms and gas stations and stuff. But yeah, it was good to see Dusty. We played some music. He's got a new puppy in the house. And yeah, I didn't really spend that much time there. Just like, got there about 8. Drank a few beers, played some music, went to bed. I got up just in time to knock on a window about 7:30, drank some coffee, and hit the road. So here we go, 6 hours to maybe like 8 hours to New Orleans. Here we go. Walking up, made it through Houston. Yep, made it through Houston. Kind of starting to flatten out, looking kind of bayou-ish. Can't really tell much about the landscape, but pretty flat. Smells like the ocean.
That's how we get that cheap Texas, Louisiana, Gulf Coast gas. The sun is setting, but I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, pulling in New Orleans. Got a cool hotel room and a neighborhood I like. Got to see the city. It's not too dark yet. Gonna hang out with a friend. Should be a good time. Always is. Onward. New Orleans is one of my favorite places ever. Everyone seems so open to chat and always up for a good time.
So apparently, here in New Orleans, there's another level of lockdown happening tomorrow. So the bars are closed. I went ahead and booked my room tonight before midnight because I thought I might not be able to tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, everybody in the bar was wearing a mask, but there was plenty of opportunities to sit outside. Yeah, so I don't know. We're all doing the best we can. Some sad stories. But yeah. Well, made it here. Weather's gorgeous. Like, the air here is amazing. I'm getting here to New Orleans. Dude, bartender walks up and he's just like, swim here? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, about did. Because it's raining like mad and flooding. So I'm gonna do one more meal here in New Orleans. Got some shrimp and got some oysters here. I'm gonna do one more meal in New Orleans. I got some oysters here, and then I got some seafood pasta coming, a couple of pitas, and I might leave it be, man. It's been rough, man. I mean, not really, but yeah. I haven't felt for somebody in a while, so it's kind of hard when you get dunked on, but it'll be cool. Peace.
Everything okay?
Everything's beautiful, yeah. I forgot how big the Gulf oysters are.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, right? Totally. Beautiful.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I would have died. So I'm gonna turn my day around. Yeah, this is amazing. Alright, this place is cool. I like it. Mid-city. Dude said they just changed ownership, which is cool. They're working on fixing it up. Yeah, I got some cool murals. I think I paid like 60 something a night. And yeah. Let me see. Oh, it's getting close, yeah. Yeah, it blew. Yeah, I like Mid-City. Or Uptown, I forget what it's called. That is not a hot tub, I wish it was. What else is going on in New Orleans? Not really. Definitely flooded last night. It's good to see the city. Not exactly a great time. Fighting with my friend. Maybe I'm the asshole. But yeah, it's always different. All right, thanks, man. Good day. Yeah, you can't keep this town down, that's for sure. So another 6 hours to Memphis, and we're probably gonna call this the end. This is, I've been considering how to chart this, but I think we're gonna call this the 10th leg, 10 to 10. The last little jaunt to Memphis. My plant died. Had to get new tires. That was a good thing, actually. What else? Saw a lot of the country, that's for sure. And yeah, onward. Onward. All the people had a great time in New Orleans. Now they're in the ground.
I ain't got a lot to say. It might not compare to the majestic buttes and mountains of the Great White West, but this is the South, and it's beautiful, and I'm happy to be here. Which was pretty much a bust. I mean, I had a decent time. Hung out with some really nice lesbians on ecstasy. They were fun, very supportive. Like, fuck that bitch, we're standing you up. I'm like, well, she's been pretty solid otherwise, so let's not be too critical. But you know, it's good to consider different things. Yeah, and on to Memphis. So we're passing the Batesville Mounds. I don't know what those are, but I assume there's some sort of yeah, the Southeastern natives were mound builders. There's some pretty cool mounds out by Louisiana, Memphis. I can't look at this land without thinking about going to Shiloh in the Civil War and just like these charges, these wild charges. People be set up, you know, both sides do the same thing, same technique. Be set up in ditches and along fucking roads, and somebody will just get the sign and they'll just like run up the other line. And these are tactics designed for different weaponry, but Civil War, it had updated weaponry, but school technique, so it was a freaking slaughter, people just getting massacred in the open field as they ran the lines. So it's not unusual to have days where, I'm not even gonna guess, I'll look it up, I'll put it on the screen, but like tens of thousands of deaths in a battle, and just people, you know, getting massacred by cannons and muskets with new like technology, with new rifling. And yeah, you look at these bullets, and they're, what are they made out of? I think they're made out of like pewter. I think it's pewter even, but they're heavy. They're like super heavy and big, like the size of my thumb. You can just imagine getting ripped through, and then they didn't have any, you know, any way to treat the wounds really. So you get a lot of limb loss and a lot of bleeding deaths, and also you get gangrene and stuff like that. Yeah, so not a good way to go.
Yeah, this is part, I think you can go all the way into town on this, all the way to Mississippi. But if you go further east, there's the Ghost River section of the Wolf River, where basically you're canoeing along and then you lose the current, or actually just the river opens up and you're just basically in a bunch of like water-bound trees, which is actually really cool. And you can follow those little blue arrows to get you through. But it's a little spooky, it really is. So yeah, it's kind of cool. This is all, I mean, it's not brand new, but it's sort of new to me since I've been gone out of town. But I did write about this many years ago when I was working for the Flyer, which is kind of cool. And it's good to see this come along. Look at them having so much fun. River History Plaza. Took control of West Tennessee from the Chickasaw in 1818 treaty. Well, there was a treaty, so you know. I'm sure it was well done. So it was fairly wrought. Civil War. Last state to secede from the Union in 1861. Memphis captured 1862. Oops. West Tennessee saw mostly sporadic fighting, which is interesting. Apparently, like people like brought picnics up on the bluff to watch the Union fight the Confederate troops, and they got whooped. I do believe. Confederates got whooped. Yeah, this is all really cool. Go Memphis. Well, I think this is going to be the final chapter of this here journey. There will be others, but I think at this point we're going to wrap it up. Made it from Portland all the way across, all the way down. And had our cool Thanksgiving, super nice. Got to catch up with everybody. Everybody's doing well. Onward's right there hanging out. Over here at, I think it's Shelby Farms, or some sort of Wolf River area. But yeah, it's good to get out. It's good to see the crew. And yeah, right now with the election, it looks like the way forward for the Trump team is they're trying to get some of these votes thrown out that came in after the law was changed. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also kind of messed up. They changed the law last minute to allow for a whole bunch of new stuff, and so, but it wasn't done by the proper procedure, so a lot of people's votes might end up getting thrown out. They're not even going the route of trying to prove any sort of fraud, which, you know, it's hard to know. It's hard to get into those numbers. I certainly haven't. But, yeah, you have to follow procedures when you change the rules, COVID or not COVID. So, yeah, we'll see how that comes together, or comes apart, and comes back together. Because, yeah, people will be pissed. But, yeah, it's not friggin' checkers, it's chess. And, yeah, you got to play by the rules. Sometimes the rules come for you and sometimes against you. So, yeah, should be interesting next couple weeks, for right or wrong. Thanks for everybody who may end up watching this and all the wonderful people I met along the way. Wish it could have been easier. Wish it could have been better. Wish we didn't have this daggum pandemic to deal with. Hey, look, a fish. But this is where we're at, and I encourage you to, in times of uncertainty, in times of struggle, to think outside the box and not be afraid to make moves, not be afraid to make changes. I've met a lot of people who have made big changes based on all this, what's going on. Sometimes things definitely change. Things always change, and sometimes things change in big ways. And some people with the right spirit and the right heart and the right intent can benefit, can move upwards, and some things fall by the wayside. So yeah, it's the way of the world. I mean, it'd be nice to have a system where it's a little more support for people, but this is where we're at, and yeah. So yeah, I'll bid you all adieu, and all the best in all your endeavors, and we'll keep moving onward. Peace.